So with a title like this, honestly, I thought, oh, this is gonna be interesting. Like one way or another, people are gonna have a reaction, and there's gonna be an opinion to everything. And in fact, when you even look at the blurb, it talks about how you are a civet who's transgender, and your best friend who you're staying with because your house got flooded is a gay fox named Oliver, and there's other friends that are there to join you as well, including a pansexual alligator named Miles, a lesbian dog named Kylie, and you also have an asexual cat named Darwin. And so going into this, I thought, wow, this is going to be a lightning rod for people to be angry and to have opinions and to this and that. I mean, just the blurb alone sounds like this game is definitely one of those things that Tucker Carlson is shouting about in inundating your family with. But it's not. It's not that. And in fact, if you ask me, it could use some of that. Because you see, when you play the game, you don't even know anyone has a sexual preference or a sexual identity. You don't even know that the people have a gender identity. None of that is really even addressed whatsoever, which in some ways I think is kind of cool because it makes it a little bit more lifelike. Like if all of these friends are part of a club that they created just to have kind of a safe space to get away from, bigots and whatever, then they wouldn't really constantly be talking about that. Like that is one thing that does kind of bother me about certain games or even books or whatever, where they just have to announce who they are all the time. And I'm like, no one does that. How many times have I said I'm a Mexican here on the show? Like very rarely, unless I'm making a joke. And so I respect that and I get that, but honestly, I don't know. Like maybe it could use a little bit more of that. Maybe some of the conversations could have provoked a little bit more something. Because to be honest, this game feels like you walked in the middle of a conversation where you don't know anybody and you don't know what they're talking about. You stay around because you feel like it would just be really weird to just automatically do a 180. And that's exactly what this entire game feels like as you participate in very limited conversations, most of which, to be honest, are very unimportant to you because you don't really know the context. You don't understand who they're talking about or why they're talking about them. There is reference to Halley's Comet, as that's what their final hangout is about, is checking out Halley's Comet. You do have the ability to check out the night sky through a telescope while having a very, very short, limited conversation with Darwin. You can exhaust your abilities to talk with Miles and Kylie, and then you get back to your friend where you have just this brief conversation about how awesome Wind Waker is, and it is awesome, which makes this game even better. If you reference Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, your game is ultimately at least decent. But no, you have this quick little back and forth, and then cut to you guys are all on the roof watching Halley's Comet, and that's the end of the game. There's a quick little message at the end about making everyone safe and happy again, and that's it. That's the whole game. I was really let down by this, honestly. I was hoping that this game would, I don't know, live up a little bit to the name. I'm in two different roles with this, honestly. Part of me is like, okay, this is just a short little, hangout simulator with your friends that is only supposed to last about 10 minutes or so. But then another part of me is saying, well, yeah, but the title of it and the whole character development that they have put some time and effort into isn't realized at all. None of this stuff is discussed, and why even go to that much work if it is just a hangout simulator? And honestly, if you're going for representation, then why not make a more full game? Hell, honestly, you could just kind of finish up some of the conversation. It could only be like an hour or two if that's what you want, and you could keep on with the same dialogue. It doesn't have to beat you over the head with the fact that it is queer in some form, which doesn't sound right for me to say, honestly. As a straight brown male, that just does not sound right. But no, it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be this, overly provocative type game that is just pushing some narrative. No, I totally respect where they were coming from, but just give us more. And I say that specifically because I look at this game and it is $9.99 for 10 minutes of a game. That's not good. And especially when the 10 minutes really aren't that engaging. There's nothing that is thought-provoking, really. It's just a quick snippet of a conversation, of a hangout between friends, and that's it. You're left going, wait, what? What's going on? And again, I don't know. Maybe I'm not artistic enough or creative enough. Maybe I don't get it. And that's fine. Maybe, that's just where it is. But for me, laying down a $10 bill on this, that's not something that's gonna happen there, Captain. Like, it's just, it's too much. I'm not even sure, honestly, if I recommend it for $2. And it sucks because, number one, the publisher is a group who I really, really care about. Like, and I hate when I get a game from them that I have to ever be negative about it. But at the same time, you could check out Good Talk HQ, JP's channel, and he's bound to have a $2 sale with a ton of games that are better for your $2. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like that would be responsible for me to give this game a glowing review when I know that your money could be better spent somewhere else. And that's just my opinion, and maybe some people are gonna have some issues with what I'm saying, but understand that this has nothing to do with the title or the characters. In fact, I would actually like that explored a little bit more, but even if you don't, it all comes down to the length and the price, and I just don't think I could say that I advise picking this up for that. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Please leave any of your thoughts, if you've picked it up, whatever, in the comment section down below. I appreciate hearing from you guys. It's really fun to interact with y'all. But like always, I'm wishing you health, wealth, and above all, I hope you're truly happy because you make me happy. Take care, everyone.